Last night, CNN, specifically Chris Cuomo, allowed a progressive on the program, okay? And that progressive was Cenk Uygur. The topic revolved around whether or not Donald Trump should be impeached. Should the Democrats, particularly Nancy Pelosi, go after Trump with an impeachment inquiry? Well, we all know how Trump feels about that. He believes that that should be the case. And he was on Cuomo's show with a GOP strategist. Let's see how it went.
In regards to impeachment, I'm curious, Patrick. Nancy Pelosi tells me that you guys are looking forward to it. So do you want us to impeach Donald Trump? Say it right here on national TV.
I think Nancy Pelosi, if she wasn't as smart as she is, should be goaded into letting her caucus lead her down that rabbit hole of impeachment.
So do you want it? Do you think Donald Trump should be impeached?
Donald Trump would love that. And here's the thing.
Okay, but would you love it? Do you think Donald Trump should be impeached?
Is going to do well with that when you try and sell it to the mainstream of America.
I am going to sell it.
There's nobody out there who gets this except you. You're going to try and do it.
Do you? But you're Patrick.
Doesn't seem
do
to be
you
a
want Donald Trump
successful
impeached?
strategy.
Because I hear from the Democratic leadership that you want Donald Trump impeached. Is that true? Do you want him impeached?
I think the Democrats should try to make their entire campaign about impeaching Donald Trump.
Okay, great.
And
then you
fail
want it.
miserably
Okay,
as they did with
news.
Hillary Clinton.
Oh, Patrick Griffin.
Hey.
Looks like you want to get Donald Trump impeached.
Cuomo was having fun there too, watching
Yeah.
that. He was like, okay.
His face. At one point, he even licks his lips. He's like, tasty. That was great.
He did a solid job.
It was so funny. I mean, just the reaction. First of all, this is what happens when you have a strong progressive on the news. Not only is it entertaining, which is of course something that they care about, but you have someone who's actually willing to fight, not cower to whichever conservative is on with them. It was great.
Yeah, and we always talk about like that's what we want to see. We want to see people just it's one question you're not going to answer it, or no, you're going to answer it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have more clips. Let's go to the next one.
Nancy Pelosi and Donald Trump, we can both disagree with them. And I disagree with both on a lot of things. But I'll tell you this. Nancy Pelosi and Donald Trump politically are playing three-dimensional chess while everybody else is playing checkers here. That's why the speaker has not moved to impeach this president.
Okay,
and she probably won't.
Donald Trump couldn't play two-dimensional chess. He's never thought one step ahead in his life. Total loser through and through. And if you're saying to me, hey, Nancy Pelosi's not much of a strategist either, I would agree. But somehow you think she's great. And that makes no sense at all. By the way, Nancy Pelosi, Republicans think you're great. That should be a note to you.
That was actually my favorite part because I, of course, know Cenk and I know how he thinks in regard to Trump and any type of point that he has a strategy, right? He gets angry every time someone tries to say, oh, this might be Trump's strategy. So I love the fact that, what's his name, Patrick, mentioned strategy there, or three-dimensional chess, and I got to see what Cenk's reaction would be on live television.
Exactly, we all needed that.
Yeah. That laugh, that belly laugh was really good. All right, one more clip.
Okay.
Cenk, on your thing, so that's what you think it is. At the end of the day, if the Democrats don't go down that road of accountability, let's call it, because impeachment is going to be a process, but it's about accountability. You believe they lose their own party, that the party will say, you didn't do what we put you there for. Is that your argument?
As a matter of principle, if you have a president who says he's above the law and he's broken two clear felonies, like I said, broken two laws, well, you must act. If you don't act, you're abdicating your responsibility, and it's a violation of your oath to the Constitution. Can you imagine if a prosecutor said, well, look, the guy's clearly broken the law, but for my own political career, I'm not going to prosecute him.
Well, we
that
just
would
kind
be
of saw that.
So I agree with Cenk's point there, but I'm actually really curious what you think, Brooke, because we haven't talked about it personally. Now, on one hand, you have those who say, no, Nancy Pelosi is really smart here. It's actually a good strategy because it would actually help Republicans and it would help Trump get reelected if they go after him with an impeachment inquiry. At the same time, you have the argument from someone like Cenk, and again, I agree with this argument, that even if it's likely that this would hurt Democrats politically, which I don't even think is necessarily the case. And even though we know that it's likely not going to go anywhere in the Senate, it's the right thing to do because we have a constitutional crisis here. Which argument do you lean toward the most?
Well, so exactly what he asked there. Do you think voters, people are going to be saying that they're going to be upset because, hey, this is what we put you here to do? Yes, because that's exactly what they're saying now. I think how many town halls have we seen where impeachment, comes up from someone in the audience who says,
yeah,
I'm frustrated because was it Pete Buttigieg? The guy stood up and said, I'm frustrated because I feel like all the work we put in this last election and the moves we made with Congress, I feel like it was all for nothing. People are saying that already.
Right, and more importantly, yes, that there is that perspective. But I think what frustrates me personally about how this is being handled by the Democratic leadership is that everything is a political calculation as opposed to doing what leaders are supposed to do. So I say this on the show often, leaders are not people who just simply follow the crowd or do what's gonna be good for their own personal career. Leaders lead. They put themselves in uncomfortable positions. They take risks, knowing that that risk is worth it because you're pushing for the right thing. In this case, you have a president who has not only broken the law with potential obstruction of justice, but who has broken the law in a variety of other issues. The illegal campaign, the payments, the hush money payments to Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal. You have the fact that he was using his own charity to enrich himself. I mean, you have all of these different issues. The possibility that he inflated his assets to obtain loans through Deutsche Bank and then deflated his assets to allegedly commit tax fraud. These are all crimes. And no one, including the president of the United States, should be above the law. If you have someone like Nancy Pelosi say, no, I'm not gonna do the right thing here because it would be politically unpopular, well then you're communicating to Trump and to other presidents in the future, you are above the law. Because Congress will not do anything to hold you accountable because they're gonna think that it's politically unpopular to do so.
Right, like, hey, this is what we're supposed to do when put in this situation. When faced with this situation, this is actually what we're supposed to do. When we accept this job, we have agreed to follow these rules. And that's frustrating. It's frustrating to watch. Because there's no real reason why not. They keep explaining, I think, well, this is what impeachment actually is. And everyone is like, we know.
We know, exactly. I know, it's treating the electorate as if they're idiots and they have no idea how government works, how impeachment works. We know, we understand the risks, but we also understand the risks of not doing anything about what's happening right now.
Nothing is being done, and it's all just being thrown in their face too. It's like, okay, well, we're not gonna do this. We don't feel like it's the time for this. We're gonna do something smaller. We are going to subpoena all of these people and have them show up, and we'll show you guys. We'll show you we have a plan. And Trump's White House says, no, we don't care about that either.
Exactly, we're not gonna cooperate.
What else you got? We don't care about that. Try me. We don't care about that. And for some reason, the answer is still, well, we don't want it. I don't get it.
And also think about this. With 2020 quickly approaching, you have Democratic leadership and some of the candidates constantly fear-mongering about how terrible Trump is, which by the way, Trump is terrible, right? I know that, I have to talk about it on a daily basis. But if you're gonna make the case that Trump is terrible, that he's dangerous for our democracy, and then refuse to even attempt to impeach him, well then that will signal to some voters, oh, maybe Trump really isn't that bad.
Right.
Because if Trump is really that dangerous, and if this is really a constitutional crisis, well then wouldn't they attempt to impeach him?
Wouldn't you be doing something about it?
Exactly.
Right.
The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.